Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Tech StarCraft 2 and today we'll be looking at a Protoss vs Zerg early game tutorial to put on some pressure on the Zerg before he can get a lot of drones up. So let me hop into the game. I'm the Protoss player on the right side of the screen and I got my Zerg opponent here, Kekmau, on the left side of the screen. So let's start this replay up and talk a little bit about what you normally want to do in Protoss vs Zerg. The thing is, in Protoss vs Zerg, is if you let the Zerg macro up a little bit too hard, he will just overwhelm you with any unit choice of unit composition of his choice. So your goal is basically to deny him from droning up too hard, and this is a very easy way to stop him from droning with an early pressure with +1 zealot attack. So what I'll be doing here is, as you can see, I'm sending my probe out. I'm going to be forge fast expanding. I will be scouting online to see if he's doing any early pulls and to see where he is, of course. And as you can see, my opponent's also very early scouting, which is not very usual for a Protoss, for a Zerg. But in this case, he finds me very quickly, so I cannot add my Nexus as quickly as I normally could. So as you can see, I'm spending all my chrono on my Nexus. I put down a 9 Pylon. I will be putting down a 14 Forge. As you can see, my chrono stops. I spend another chrono on it. I'm sending a probe down to build the Forge. And I will keep spending my chrono up until 17 food. That's basically a standard FFE build order. It's 9 Pylon, 14 Forge, 17 cannon and 17 Nexus. And you'll see that in a little bit that I still spending chrono on my Nexus. I find my opponent here and see that there's a second Overlord, so no very early pull is incoming. I see his pull timing, so that's all I wanted to see is his gas and his pull. And now I'm just going to build a pylon to deny his expansion a little bit. So going into my cam, you can see that I'm trying to get my expo up. I'm going to deny his expansion with a pylon, and this will force him to either expand somewhere else or kill the pylon before he actually expands. So I put down my cannon on 17. I killed the drone here with 2 probes, and now as soon as I got the money, I'm going to build the Nexus. I'm going to cut probes for a fair amount of time for this, but I want to get my tech going. So I want to build my gateway. As you can see, still on 17. And now I'm going to build a pylon to further finish off this wall. As you can see, at this point we are even in worker count. And if you don't do anything to the Zerg at this point in the game, you will just he will just drone up on 3 bases because he's taking his third rather quickly, which is a normal response to a Protoss Forge Fast expand. And this is the deviation in the build. On 19, I'm taking both my gases while I keep spending chrono boost on my Nexus. Until my natural Nexus is done, I'm spending all my chrono boost on my probes because I want to catch up in the probe in the worker count. So as you can see, as soon as my gateway finishes, I'm putting down my Cybernetics core. That's on 21 food. As soon as my Cybernetics core has been put down, my gases are done. So I'm going to put guys in gas, put workers in gas in a second. In this game is actually rather a little bit late. Could have been a couple seconds sooner, but we're still going to hit the timing that we want to. I'm keeping 1 probe on the low ground here, just in case he tries a Ling run by, so I can wall off with an extra gateway. And as soon as I hit 100 gas, I'm going to start my +1 attack. And as soon as I hit 50 gas after that, I'm going to start my warpgate tech. So we're going to start my +1 attack. I don't chrono this at all. But as soon as I start warpgate, I'm going to chrono boost this all the way. So starting my warpgate tech right now. And I'm going to chrono it. I'm going to build an extra pylon on 32. And as you can see, I'm not spending any chrono boost on my probes anymore, because I want to spend all my chrono boost on my Cybernetics for to hit a very early timing. As you can see, another chrono boost spent on my cybernetics core. My first 2 zealots always go out to scout to deny his links at my base, so that I can get a proxy pylon up. And as soon as I cleared out this link, soon I will be pulling out a probe. I will pull out a probe to build a proxy pylon near his 3rd base. So as you can see, I cut a little bit of probes to get these gateways up as soon as I could. They should be going up whenever you have the money, and as soon as your cybernetics core is halfway done with warpgate research. So now my 2 zealots can still deny his zerglings here from denying my proxy pylon. I will have to be careful here because he will kill my zealots, which is rather unfortunate, but he made a lot of links. As you can see, we're still fairly even on worker count, and that's what you want to achieve with this build. So still chrono boosting my warpgate tech, and as you can see, my warpgate tech finishes up as soon as my gateways finish up, and I will be warping in zealots, pure zealots. I'm still producing probes behind this. I'm warping in my 4 zealots. My 4th one will be here soon. I'm kind of trapping these links, and as you can see now, he's building spine crawlers, spore crawlers, everything to make sure he doesn't die to this 4 zealot pressure. My +1 attack is finished, so my zealots will 2-shot these zerglings, which means they will trade very effectively. And as you can see in the production tab, I'm actually pulling ahead in workers. That's exactly what you want to do against a Zerg. So, real quick recap. I'm gonna I'm gonna make probes just as normal. I'm gonna build a 9 pylon on the low ground to wall off my ramp. I'm gonna start my forge on 14. I'm gonna start my cannon on 17, my Nexus on 17, my gateway on 17, and another pylon on 17. Once this pylon is down and I get 50 minerals, I restart my probe production. And as soon as this pylon is done, I'm going to start chrono boosting my Nexus completely to get out as much probes as I can. On 19, I'm taking double gases. On 21, I'm building my cybernetics core. As soon as I have my first 100 gas, I'm going to start +1 attack. And as soon as I have 50 gas afterwards, I'm going to start my warpgates research. And all my chrono boosts, the instant I start my warpgate research, is going to go to the cybernetics core. As soon as I get the money, and whenever the warpgate research is about halfway done, I'm going to start 3 extra gateways and start building a proxy pylon. I warp in my first 4 zealots, and depending on his defense, I either warp in more or I just stop. If he has like 4 or 5 roaches here, instead of all these links, I'm not going to warp in extra zealots. And this will just provide you with a good, decent pressure moment against the Zerg when he doesn't expect it. And as you can see now, before the 9-minute mark, I'm 9 workers ahead of you. So this is a tutorial video for the +1 zealot attack. If you have any comments on the video quality, or if you like me to do other specific tutorial videos, just let me know. You can follow me on Twitter and Facebook if you want to know when I've got more tutorial videos up. So thank you all for watching, and talk to you next time.